You know, the Switch 2 Direct was something. We got a whole slew of games and info, and, a lot looks fun, but looking at the post Direct, there is despair in the air. What I mean is, the pricing on games and on these products has got some people down. I think we kind of all assumed the Switch 2 was gonna be around $400. I watched the trailer. I saw how many new specs it had, new things, new enhanced things, let's say. Even if I am skeptical of some things working like they showed, such as like the camera accessory, we're gonna have to wait and see. But no, I think we can figure that, yeah, the console like this would be around like 400. I think it's around 450 for Americans, but like for others, it's a whole lot more. Let this be a bit of a time capsule as we look at some reactions and responses after this direct. The Switch 2 is actually coming really soon, in June. I was surprised about that. But during the trailer, we did not actually get them showing a price at all for anything. And I'm sure, we're all grown now and it feels that way when we're watching the trailer thing and we're being like, okay, how much is this thing gonna cost? And then, like I said, I think the 400 or so is expected, but the games, Mario Kart being $80 digital, price is bad. New Switch 2 specific stuff looks great. Price is very bad. Making us pay for upgrade versions of games we already own / paid for is really tacky and a bad precedent to set. Not good. Donkey Kong, price is extremely bad. Essentially. Oh man. Direct itself was fantastic, but not gonna lie, almost everything I've seen from post-Direct information is really bad. Prices for controllers, games, and accessories are unbelievably ridiculous. Physical box designs look terrible. Game keys instead of actual physical games. Man. So we saw during the trailer, Mario Kart was a big deal, and it was the first big main game they showed off, and it has a lot of cool stuff in there. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do in there, like drive around in an open world. Don't we love that? Well, Mario Kart did not have a price tag during the trailer. I can see why. After we learned of this fact that it was $80 digital and $90 physical for some. That's crazy. I love it when a direct hype is hell and then the horrors of the aftermath start. Yeah, this one in particular was crazy. 2 models in Japan. I'm sure most Japanese speakers will of course have no problem just getting the Japanese only one, but for the niche of multilingual people or, Japanese people living in Japan that want to play games in other languages, the almost $200 hike is insane. That is something else. And that was probably a huge shock for me as well. You might not I don't understand the absurdity of this stuff. And I know that it's probably like, also tied with anti-scalping measures. It's also, it's got some things going towards it. But like, at the end of the day, it sucks that we have a, situation where there's scalping and things that it has to be like this, because at the end of the day, 200 extra for multilingual access on your Switch and stuff, that's wild. It's kind of wild. This is so confusing for me. Game key cards are different from regular game cards because they don't contain the full game data. Instead, the game key card is your key to downloading the full game to your system via the internet. After it's downloaded, you can play the game by inserting the game key card into your system and starting it up like a standard physical card game. I mean, not card game, Pokemon TCG moment. Starting it up like a standard physical game card. And the connectedness, imagine when these people discovered Discord. That was a funny part, when we got to see the reveal of the C button. The C button allowing for communication and chat, and I think that's good. Yeah, sure, like I said, it's funny to kind of meme on the fact that Discord already exists, but that is kind of fun when there's new, innovative features. Sorry y'all, the Switch 2 might end up being another Wii U. Prices like this will make the console a very hard sell for American families. Like I said, and that's probably the takeaway, is that, like, I and many others, don't have a family to take care of. But, but I can't imagine having kids who, like, want the new system or, getting games for them or just all that stuff. Like, it's hard enough on the sole consumer, but I can't imagine families Oh my gosh. We also got to see new Pokemon stuff. I have to say, it does look better than the initial showing of Legends ZA, and it looks like it is smoother. I hope it stays this way. I mean, I assume, but I still have some doubts. But yeah, we're gonna see how that goes. Oh boy, though. The Switch 2 Welcome Tour being a paid game is so out of pocket. I'm still not over that. Me neither. During the Switch 2, we had that quirky first presentation where we got introduced to this little game guy who's actually on the console. He's teeny tiny. And then the reveal of it being like an actual game that you can interact with and play as a tutorial type thing on the system. And that's really cute. It's charming, and it's a good way to get new people accustomed to it and all that stuff. But then the moment they said paid, yeah, that was crazy to say. This is something, and it's been compared to online, but the Wii came with Wii Sports. Apparently that was pushed really hard for to be like a free thing, and that was amazing to do that. It came with, the Miis and stuff, Mii Maker stuff. It came with so much available that you could just play with right off the bat. And I love the jokes. I mean, it's kind of sad, but I love the jokes about the UI on release of this console really just having Mario Kart. $80 Mario Kart. Oh no. And apparently for some Canadians, it's at like 700. What? This is so rough. I feel so bad. Oh man. It's so rough for us all. $80 for digital. $80 for digital. Nintendo games don't go on sale either. That's staying at $80 for 5 years. Oh boy, strap in. We're gonna be, and I think that's why everybody is kind of coming together in this cathartic moment of like, it's not so much doom and gloom, but we gotta vent a little. Nintendo Switch 2 home screen UI. Man, I want more stuff. The launch day meme of week 1 being, Mario Kart World, and then week 2 being nothing, just starve, is kind of accurate too. Oh boy. Really, at the end of the day, no game is worth $80, sorry. And yeah, I have to agree. I know. And I know the typical comments and stuff is like about how it's expensive to produce things, and it is, and like companies aren't completely evil, like it, their hands are tied with the investors and a lot of other stuff in the background. So that's understood, I think, for most people, including myself, but it's still just painful. $80 for Mario Kart World when I got the overpriced hobby autism. Oh man, overpriced. We're all kind of suffering together right now, I guess. Nintendo has a plan to challenge Switch 2 scalpers. It's limiting its own pre-orders to Switch 1 owners that have an active Switch online membership and have spent a certain amount of time playing, purchased, or paid Nintendo Switch games, prioritizing those with more playtime. That's cool. I mean, I can't get mad too much about that. I guess that's fine and good. For sure. But even looking at like just all these accessories that are coming with it and just having, if you get everything and stuff, it's like over $1,000, which is wild. And like, oh my gosh, that case, the all-in-one carrying case, I forgot that it exists. That's new to me. That thing looks really funny. Wow, it's just a cube. Me and my Nintendo Switch cube taking it around. But yeah. Now, obviously, no one is required to buy all the accessories and things. Yeah. Launch day, week 1, we have these new stuff, and then rest of the year is gonna be some ice soup. Yeah. This is how the Nintendo Switch 2 menu will look, because people can only afford one game. I think $450 is a fair price for the console. I think $90 for physical games is outright insane. I think that is the consensus. Yeah. Like I said, I think we were expecting around $400 to $450, but $90 for physical games and all this other stuff is really what all the hype and hubbub is kind of about. The more I learn about the Switch 2, the angrier I'm getting. That's also probably a good one to sum up. Nintendo, please don't say damn when you hear the price. Yeah, I guess that's why they didn't show it. I'm canceling this commission. I saw the price of Switch 2 and its games. Oh goodness. Wow. Way to kill all momentum and hype for the Switch 2. $80 digital games and $90 for physical. 4 games would be the cost of the console. Zero remorse in emulating. Oh man, literal, yeah. 4 games, like, it's wild. We're gonna have to see how game prices fluctuate, if they do at all, more so when games come out. I think Donkey Kong was like, was it $70? Like, they aren't all 80, but even 70 is so much. 80 USD for Mario Kart. Bowser better step out of the console and start a family with me if they're really gonna charge that much. Hey man, I love video games too, but sometimes you gotta save your coins for more important stuff. Oh, don't we know? 90 for physical games that are just secretly digital. Oh man. Also, I might have just been a little stupid about the game key cards. Here's a better explanation, it seems, that has been circulating as well, which is really nice to see. Hopefully, yeah, we don't have a complete physical game end zone ending. You know, but yeah, that's something better. The video is just to kind of let off some steam, let's say, to kind of then to go over the reaction. Let me know your reaction to it all. It's coming fast. It's coming in June, so hopefully those who want to get it then are happy and able to, but like, I think you don't have to. I mean, obviously, I think that's the one message takeaway, is that, like, you know, everything has a price, and this is like luxury stuff at the end of the day, of course. But yeah, don't worry too much. Try not to like FOMO or anything. Like I said, I don't expect to buy it on release day. But yeah, that's all. And hopefully this wasn't too doom and gloom. The point of it is more so just to document. Because it's pretty wild. So hopefully it gets better and we can look back on it. You know, alright. Well, thank you for watching, and we'll go back to more scheduled content as well. Hope you can stick around for it. Thank you again for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye!